So thanks for joining us today. We are cruising in Beverly Hills and we're going to answer all the questions. And thanks very, very much for sending in the questions. Unfortunately, we can't answer all of them, but we've picked a select few. Adam actually selected the question, so if your question wasn't there,
My fault.
He's to blame. He's to blame. And I want to thank, before we start, Jake._.p, because on the questions he went ahead and answered a ton of them from reference from earlier videos. So Jake, cheers mate, thanks for doing that. They were very accurate, good answers, appreciate it. So Adam, let's fire away.
All right then, so we'll start off with the Thief of War says, what made you want to start collecting watches?
That's an interesting question, and there's a good story to it actually. When I was growing up, just want to make sure I don't get killed here. Okay. When I was growing up, my father, who was probably my biggest inspiration, he said to me, every time that you achieve a goal in life, buy yourself something. Now, that didn't mean it had to be expensive. It just meant buy yourself something that you keep it as a memento and something to remember that you did a certain task. So the very first thing that I ever achieved, I went ahead and I bought myself a watch. It was it wasn't anything, you know, notable. I was young. I think I was maybe 12 or 13, and maybe it was a good exam result in school. And with the pocket money I saved up, I bought myself a watch. It might have cost the equivalent of 20 bucks. But for me, that was a really, really big deal. And because I bought myself that watch, every time there on forward, I started buying better watches until I got my first Rolex, which was like the biggest dream I could ever imagine. It was really, really cool. And then that started me with the watch collecting. So now I don't buy them because I do something spectacular to do it. I buy them because I enjoy them. And that's the story of how I started collecting watches.
Do you still have that first watch?
Unfortunately, I don't.
What was it? Can you remember?
It was a no-name brand, but for me at the time, it was exceptional. I absolutely loved it. It was a big achievement for me, although it was, like I say, inexpensive. But for, you know, a 12-year-old kid, it was, you know, big move, yeah.
No, it's always nice to be able to save up your pocket money and then go and buy something and feel that sense of achievement.
Yeah, and it took me forever as well, because I wasn't getting a whole lot of pocket money, trust me, like pennies. So
speaking of watches,
that's gorgeous. I see that, it's spectacular, and I want one of those, whatever that is. Tell me, what is it?
So this is a Zinvo. Now, I saw these guys on Instagram and...
Zinvo?
Zinvo, yeah.
How do you spell that?
Z-I-N-V-O.
That would be Z in America.
Z-I-N-V-O. And so basically, yeah, they've been marketing a lot through Instagram. I saw them post up and I've been watching them for a little while. And so I was like, do you know what? Why not? So I feel like it's about a quarter of the way between a G-Shock and an AP.
It's gorgeous. I mean, that is a spectacular looking watch. You get a mystery dial. The whole dial.
Mystery dial?
Yeah, because you don't see hands. You just see the...
Is that what it's called?
It's called a mystery dial, yeah.
Oh, fancy that.
So those hands will be on some form of a glass plate that turns that you don't see.
Interesting. Look how cool this is. So it has... a see-through back as well, so you can see
that's
the
really
automatic
cool.
movement.
Show it to the camera. It's really, really cool.
So obviously these are GoPros, so I'm not sure if you can see very clearly, but yeah, it's a good-looking watch. You know, I really like it. I feel as though people will stop giving me shit for having a G-Shock now, and you know.
No, that is gorgeous. That's a huge upgrade from the G-Shock. Let me tell you.
I still like the G-Shock though.
Yeah.
Still like G-Shock. What are you wearing?
Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob, which is certainly becoming my brand of choice. I've been really delving deep into Jacob watches, and their technology is insane.
Is that a new strap?
It's upside
from the last time
upside down. I don't remember.
I remember when you first got that one. I can't remember if it was on that strap or not, but I like that.
You want to? I'll show it to you, and then you can stick it on the camera. Yeah, it had a red strap. I put this on, which is alligator and rubber, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And take a look at the back of that too.
Yeah, you can see through the whole thing. That's wild.
probably massively out of focus on the GoPro,
These
right?
actually, they're pretty good. They don't really focus, so everything's usually in focus.
Well, cool.
All right, so next question. This one is it's for me, but it's for both of us. It's from Floatin. Said, how did you and Adam meet? So I guess, do you want me to take that one?
Yeah, it's your question.
All right, so me and Michael met.
I'm going to get hit by this car. If he gets any closer, we'll open the door and let him in. Wow. Well, it's a lot of lane there. Go ahead, sorry.
So Michael and I met, and I think we briefly touched on this in one of the earlier Q&As, but we met when we went on a supercar drive one morning on a Sunday about 4 years.
It's got to be 4 years ago, yeah. It's got to be 4 years at this point.
And we had mutual friends that were on the drive, and so I went along and we got chatting. I was taking some pictures of some of the cars, and Michael came up and asked what I was doing, and
You were riding a bike.
I was on the dirt bike, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So we just kind of got chatting, and I told Michael that I was looking to move out here and that I was a commercial advertising photographer. And you invited me to your office and said, well, look, if I can help you out in any way, like, let's see what we can do. And so I didn't expect anything. I expected maybe that you could introduce me to somebody or whatever. And I left your office with you offering to represent me through Electrostar Management.
And we also got you a visa.
And then from that, the visa, and now I'm here. So Michael is actually my manager. So a lot of people think that I just do the YouTube stuff, like I'm your little lackey that just films.
No,
for
far
YouTube.
from it. Far from it. He's a busy man.
Yeah, what it was is obviously I'm represented by Michael's agency, by his talent agency, and then through our friendship building, Michael said, hey, it would be fun to do a YouTube
It's
channel.
actually a management company, not a talent agency.
Okay. Sorry, boss.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, there's a difference.
Right, okay. So management.
Management company,
Management company. All right. So through Michael's management company, our friendship kind of grew, and he was like, "Yeah, it'd be fun to do a YouTube channel, wouldn't it? You know, we've got access to all these nice things."
I think it was your idea to do the YouTube channel.
Was it?
I believe it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know what it entailed because our first one we did at Car Week in Monterey.
We did.
Right. So I didn't even know what to say or how to do it, and I also said, "Who the heck's going to want to watch me?" You know. But it turns out a few of you do, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And thanks to Adam, it makes it look fantastic.
Yeah, we're on our way to 200,000 subs now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Keep going, guys. We love it. We love
yeah,
sharing
really
this
do,
stuff.
and we appreciate all of you. Really do.
So yeah, the YouTube stuff kind of came out off the back of our friendship, and now we just hang out and have a good time and film it.
And we do fun things as well as YouTube, so we've become very good pals.
Right, next question is for you. This is from R-Toxics. Says, what do you hate most about being rich and successful?
Ha! What do I hate most?
It's an interesting question.
It's a very interesting question. I don't hate anything. I totally don't understand people that don't like successful people. So when I say that, haters, jealous people, that's the one thing that unfortunately happens. You know, there are people on Instagram and people on YouTube that they make nasty comments and nasty remarks. They make false allegations. I have no clue why these people want to do that. They've never met me, and I guess if I was someone that made $8 an hour and drove to work on a bicycle, there would be nothing to talk about. But that's not the case, and you know, when you are successful, it does attract those horrible people, and they are horrible people because they've obviously got nothing better to do with their lives, and it's upsetting. I wish they would generate energy to themselves in a positive way, and that way, you know, they too could become successful. And let me tell you, if they were successful, they'd never say a bad word about anybody, because that's not what successful people do, unless they feel intimidated by another successful person. And I've seen that happen too, unfortunately. There's a couple of people that are that way, but for the most part, I can't complain. So I'm happy.
It's not a bad life, is it?
No, it's a great life. But I've
Beverly Hills in your Rolls Royce.
I've worked for this. Nobody's given anything to me. I work 12, 13 hours a day. I studied for years and years and years. I put in the sweat equity to be able to do the things that I do now. And I tell you all, and I will keep telling you all, knowledge is power. Study, study, study. Set that foundation for your futures. And, pick up a book, whatever the book is. You will learn from books. Your vocabulary will increase. Vocabulary. It's a tongue twister. Will get better. Your knowledge will get better. And you can never have too much education. I try to learn something new every single day. So, I recommend following those footsteps. It works.
Absolutely. The only thing between you and your dreams is hard work.
That's exactly right. Nothing comes to you. You have to go and get it.
All right, next question. This is from Finlay.
I want to stop you 1 second because there's one thing. I keep looking at you and you're wearing these amazing sunglasses, right?
Oh, thank you very much.
And these arrived actually today at my office from Walton and Mortimer. And you mentioned the watch, so I want to mention your sunglasses. Today I'm wearing these crazy sunglasses. I don't know, some of you might have seen the episode where we visited Luxuriator. Ridiculously expensive sunglasses. These particular ones are platinum and diamonds and they cost a fortune. And today these Walton and Mortimer sunglasses arrived as a total surprise to me. I had no idea, and I gave Adam a pair, and I'm now going to actually get another pair out and swap them because these match my outfit better, and these are also Walton and Mortimer, which came in the same package. How do I look?
Very, very.
They're very
similar
chic,
to me
right?
now.
Very chic. So I'll put those away and put these in the glove box real quick. And a huge thank you to David at Walton and Mortimer. These are better than the expensive ones.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean these are not cheap, but they're fantastic. And please put a link in the description to David's company because they're amazing. And even looking through them right now, everything just became beautiful.
I was going to say, I feel like I'm on some kind of trip right now. When I look through the lens, the sky goes from blue to this crazy purple and it's.
But
fun.
they're really
I'm having a good time.
stylish. They're really stylish, and they have little gold tips on the ears.
Yeah,
I mean,
they match my watch.
Amazing.
God,
So
look
thank
at
you
me,
for that.
Becoming fashionable.
I'll tell you what, it's hanging around me.
I know. I'm not wearing all black today. I decided to put some color on.
That's a big move
Jeez.
right there.
Guys,
so
I'm changing.
I interrupted your question. Sorry.
The question was from Finley Donald. Asked me, what's your biggest goal in life and have you reached it yet? So my biggest goal in life, no, I would say I haven't reached it yet. That's the reason why I'm over here. I moved from the UK. I sacrificed everything that I had. I sold my house. I was doing very well in the UK. My advertising photography career was going great, but I wanted to move to California. I wanted to come out here and I wanted to live this lifestyle and enjoy the sunshine and the beaches and the palm trees. And I'm basically continuing to push my career, to push my so actually since coming over here, my career path has changed somewhat.
But are you happy with the move that you made? Did it work for you?
It's working for me.
Excellent.
So that's the thing, is every single day is progress, and I'm not taking any day for granted because I know the sacrifices that I made. I moved away from my family, from my friends. I bought my first apartment when I was 21 years old because I had a successful advertising career, photography career. I was doing very well for myself, and I had to let all of that go to move out here. And now I spend a ridiculous amount every month on rent, which I hate because I was paying off a mortgage,
it's worth
I was paying off an investment
But
in a
it's
house.
worth it.
Absolutely, yeah. And this is what I'm saying, is that the only thing between you and your dreams is hard work, and that's what I'm putting in. So my biggest goal, it's difficult to say really. I want to be content with where I'm at, and I think that's a constantly moving target. I think you always strive for better. You reach one goal, you make your first million, and then you want, like you said, then you want more.
People always ask, what is success? Success is the continual move to better yourself. And if you're able to better yourself every day, you're successful.
I agree.
It'll make you happy.
I agree.
And it'll allow you to do other things where if you just sit back and do nothing for yourself, then you'll be stagnant. Nothing's ever going to change.
You know what else makes you happy?
Tell me.
Jet skis.
Sunshine.
It's jet skis. I want a jet ski. That's when I know I've made it, when I have 2 jet skis.
2 jet skis.
2 jet skis, one for me and one for my friends.
I like that. I'll come jet ski with you.
Perfect. All right, next question for you, Michael, is, and this is from W.W. Donaldson. Why are your cars so unique, especially the trim and wheel choice?
I like to put my own signature on things, not just cars, but everything in general. I mean, the way I dress, it's me. That doesn't mean everyone's going to like it, and I really don't care if people like it or not, as long as I like it. And I think everybody should think that way as well. Don't ever care about what other people say. I like to make my cars different. I like bright. I think bright is happy. I mean, we're sat in a Rolls Royce here with the brightest red interior you can ever imagine.
I love this interior.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
And to me, it's boring to have a black car with a black interior with black stitching. Some people love that, and I totally respect it and I totally get it. Me personally, I want bright. Makes me happy. So I put funny wheels on, and I say funny because some people say, "Oh my God, you destroyed the car." To me, I didn't. To me, I made it look great, and when I look at it, it puts a smile on my face. That's why I do it.
Good answer.
I hope that answers the question.
My car has no interior.
Your car has no seats.
We have questions about my car, which I'm excited to answer.
Oh, I
because
can't wait.
Finally, people might understand what's going on.
It's a bug sprayer.
Dude, the number of comments where people are like, oh, why is Adam running around in that old Mercedes? Because he wants to.
Well, I got to tell you, I have tried so many times to help Adam upgrade his car. As far as Adam is concerned, his car is the best car, and he doesn't want to change
exactly.
it. And I'm glad you're saying that, because it's actually a whole lot of fun. Same thing. I like my craziness. Adam likes his craziness. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Who cares?
Exactly.
Makes us happy, right?
That's it. And do you know what? I had this epiphany about 6 or 7 years ago. I have a friend back in the UK who I won't name, but he can be a bit of an idiot.
Let's call him Fred.
Fred can be a bit of an idiot at times. And when I say an idiot, I don't mean that in a bad way. But you know when you have that friend that just does things and you just go, why did you do that? Like, just why? They're good people, but they just make dumb choices sometimes. He is that friend of mine, and he called me up once and he said, bear in mind, he had a car worth less than my Mercedes. Like, he had a real old piece of crap car. And he called me up and he's like, mate, guess what I've just bought? I was like, what? And he's like, I just bought a £15,000 sound system for my car. Like, pounds as in English currency.
That's
weight.
about $25,000.
Well, not at the moment. Have you seen the dollar and the pound?
How is it?
The pound is tanking.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, it was a lot of money, considering that his car was worth probably £500. And I was just about to say, what are you doing, Fred? Like, why would you do that? And then I caught myself and I thought, do you know what? He works damn hard. He has a girlfriend that he looks after. He has a dog that he looks after. He pays his rent. He that is what makes him happy. Who the hell am I to tell him that isn't the right thing for him to do? If that makes him happy and in turn makes him a better person, he should absolutely spend that money. That's exactly what he should do.
I believe anybody should do whatever they want if it makes them happy.
And it doesn't hurt anybody else.
And it doesn't hurt anybody else.
Agreed.
Who cares what other people say? I don't care if you say, oh, I'm wearing a stupid hat today, or my car's hideous. You know what? I don't care. I actually respect your opinion. Doesn't mean it has to be the same as mine. But hey, each to their own. If everybody had the same opinion, every car would be the same colour, it'd be the same shape, we'd all be wearing the same colour clothing.
Exactly.
And that's what makes the world go round.
Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you a good person.
Totally. Just be good to people, that's
exactly. So that leads on to the next question that we've got from Zachary_3804. Adam, what is one good thing about Michael? And Michael, what is one good thing about Adam? Shall I go first?
Yeah, I'm going to really have to think about this one.
So, the thing that I most like about Michael is his motivation and his positivity. I implore anybody that meets you to come away not feeling like they want to do better, like they want to be better. You have this energy about you that is always uplifting, and I think that's super important, especially for me with you being my manager. Like, that's important for me because I want to come to you and talk about projects and everything, and as a friend, and spend time with you and come away feeling better about it. And I do. I never come away from our meetings or us hanging out and feel like, oh God, Michael's on a downer today.
I don't think I've ever been on a downer.
I've never seen you.
I don't think I've ever been. I don't think there's any need to be on a downer, because however bad something goes in life, and guys, just because I might have been successful and financially stable, that doesn't mean that I don't have issues that would be concerning. But my attitude to all of that is, hey, that's current. So how do we fix it? What do we do to make it better? There's always a way out. You just have to look forward positively. And you're absolutely right. I try to pass positivity on to anybody that I deal with. And I appreciate those comments, Adam. Thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So for me now to answer what is the best thing, what was the question? Was the best thing about you?
Yeah, well, let me see exactly what it was. What is one good thing about Michael and one good thing about Adam?
Well, there are many good things about you, Adam. If I had to pick one, I would say your loyalty and professionalism. And I know that's two, but they kind of flow together. The experiences I've had with Adam, anytime we've ever arranged to do anything, anytime that I've presented a project, anything in fact, you've always been on time, you've always come applicable to the situation, you've always done a fantastic job, and I could never find one thing to complain about. So, that to me, on top of being a great person and just a super good friend, not great English there, a great friend, I'm honoured to know you.
Cool.
I am honoured to know you.
I always tell people when I try and explain this YouTube channel, I'm like, we are each other's yin to their yang. Like, we are polar opposites, and that works incredibly well.
Yeah, it really does. Certainly.
All right, next question for you, sir. LCD Sneakers 1 says, what advice would you give to younger men and women to strive and achieve their goals?
Well, the first piece of advice I would always give is believe in yourself and your own abilities. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nothing will ever get accomplished. The second part would be obtain as much information and knowledge on what it is that you're trying to achieve, and that way you'll be able to deliver it in a very professional and educated manner. So stick with whatever it is you're going to do, never give up on it. Another thing is, negative people are, I think, the very worst that can happen to anybody. If you are around negative people, what will happen is they will kill your dreams and they will pull you back. So avoid negative people, and if they are in your life, just don't associate with them anymore, because you're going to lose. They're going to pull you down, and the reason that people are negative is because they're not successful themselves and they don't believe they can be. So again, knowledge, get knowledge, believe in yourself, never give up, and get rid of the negative people.
Absolutely. They say that you're the average of the 3 people you spend the most time with, so choose your friends wisely.
That's very clever, yeah, that's good. I'm loving these glasses, by the way.
I am. I like these.
More Austin Powers with the white ones, right?
Definitely. All right, so this one is from Isaac Hayes.
For you.
For me. And he says, who first inspired you to take your chosen career path? Well, there's 2 answers to this question, really. So I kind of fell into photography when I was a kid, sort of 14, 15. I used to ride mountain bikes with my friends, and we would go and we'd ride in the woods, and I would take a camera with me, and I always loved like just snapping pictures. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just loved snapping pictures. So I used to go and take pictures of us and shoot little videos of us riding. And then it quickly became apparent that my talents were definitely behind the camera and not on a bike. I kept falling off. I had one big crash where I ended up smashing up my face pretty bad. And I was like, do you know what? I'm done with this.
And now you choose karate to do the damage to your ribs and everything else.
Exactly,
Sorry for interrupting.
I was still doing karate at that point. I've been doing karate since I was 4.
Wow.
I started at 4 years old.
He doubles up as my bodyguard.
There you go. 4th degree black belt over here. So anyway, I sold my bike, used the money that I got from my bike to fund my first Canon L series lens, my first professional lens, and then just started taking pictures more seriously and learning more, going online, seeing how you do different things and get different effects. And then my friends started to get sponsored by mountain bike companies, And so because I was always there with a camera, those companies then came to me and said, oh, hey, you know, can we pay you like £100 to put this picture in a magazine advert? So I was like, yeah, great. You know, 16 years old, I was getting 100 quid to shoot pictures of my mates on a weekend. And that was when I realized that it could be a viable job. You know, I could do this for a living. So fast forward, I went from mountain bikes, and then I got into, I did martial arts photography, I got into modified cars. So I've always just shot what I loved. But in terms of who inspired me to take my chosen career path, my biggest inspiration in photography is a photographer called Chase Jarvis. He's based out of Seattle, and I followed his work online for probably 3 or 4 years, and then I saw that he was teaching a workshop out in Dubai. So I raided my piggy bank, I spent every single penny that I had saved, and I booked a return flight to Dubai, and I got onto his workshop with a few other photographers that I followed, and I literally spent the entire week, and this goes back to you saying about investing in your education, I spent the entire week doing photography courses, being taught by these amazing world-class photographers. And
it shows.
And I became... Where's that sprinkle?
I'm not going to drive.
Go fast.
I'm not going to drive through there.
Just go fast.
Yeah, we're in for a shower. Umbrella.
And so I basically became friends with Chase, and then we chatted, and I asked if I could do an internship for him. I was like, I will literally sleep on the floor in the studio if I need to, but I just want to be around what you're doing. And he agreed, and so I went to Seattle at 19 or 20. So I was in Dubai at 18, and then I went to Seattle a couple of years later.
I've never been to Dubai.
Dubai's amazing.
I've got to go.
It's amazing.
I keep telling myself I'm going to go. I've been to Seattle many times.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. And so I learned from Chase, and I just watched what he did, and I just tried to model my career and my decisions on what he had done in his early career, and it worked out just fine. And now me and Chase are still good friends, and he's killing it now with a thing called Creative Live, which is sort of an education platform, online education platform, and it's like
amazing,
just blown up. I think it's the #1 online education platform in the world now.
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw something out there because we've been chatting for a long time. There's a strong possibility we'll chop this video into 2 pieces.
100%. You
right?
should sign off right now and tell people to come back on Thursday.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to sign off right now and tell people to come back on Thursday. So guys, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you to hit the subscribe button, please. Hit the bell, please. Come back on Thursday, and let's all be in it to win it. We'll see you.